What's going on, nerds around the world? Thank you for joining us for the Nerds Universe One Flashing Hour Recap Show. I am your host, Chris N. Miller, Christopher N. Miller. I'll be taking the hosting duties for this night, and then I have of course, we have two people, of course, with me. Of course, he is the first is, of course, the founder of this whole enterprise. One of my best friends, the Lord, the Master of this whole thing, Mr. Mr. Caleb Tuss. Caleb, what's going on?
I feel so honored, Chris. I mean, damn. No, hey guys, what's up? An okay week of Flesh and Air. Excited to get into it. A lot of interesting things. A lot of sad stuff on the Arrow side that I'll get to. But again, guys, it was an okay week. Sad face. There's no Flesh and Air next week. But
yeah.
But anyway, great to be here as always.
Okay, all right. Like I said, all right, okay, all right. And also joining us is also one of my best friends, and also the guy who brought Caleb on this whole enterprise. The co-admin of our, along with Caleb and myself, of our Facebook group, Paul English. Paul, what's going on?
Foolish human, I am Grodd.
Looks like somebody has had. I mean, looks like someone has had like an overdose of their whole Grodd love. Just like a whole Grodd addiction. Oh, are you all right?
Somebody likes Grodd.
God damn it! I love you, Grodd. That was such freaking awesomeness. What's going on, everybody? This was an unbelievable, exciting day of Flash for me. I cannot wait to talk about it. Arrow, not so much. But to be here talking about these great shows.
I digress with you about Arrow. I thought it was a pretty good episode. Both of these were pretty good episodes. This one that we got this week. But we can't wait to talk about it. Can't wait. Just get right into it. First, we will discuss The Flash. This week's episode was called Guerrilla Warfare, and it was directed by Dermot Downs, and the plot involved Barry trying to rescue Caitlin when Grodd kidnaps her, and also on the sidelines, Cisco prepares a date with the lovely Kendra Saunders, and then also another side plot, Barry thinks that Patty is hiding something. I really was entertained by this episode. I thought, Grodd was awesome as always a chilling and effective villain, And also, even though I thought Barry whined a little in this episode, I thought, there was some impressive writing, to say the least. I love Cisco and this whole, dating Kendra Saunders. I love their whole interactions in the whole episode. I spotted the King Kong references right away.
Oh my god, they were ran. It's like they were kind of like beating us over the head with them, though. I mean, it was a little much at times.
It was, but yeah. Overall, I also, Tom Cavanaugh is still like wonderful and entertaining to watch as Harry. He seems to be a little more likable this time around. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the action still feels fast-paced. Grodd, like I said, is outstanding. It still impresses me that they are able to bring it to life, through CGI on a TV budget. But it had a lot of references here and there. But all in all, a terrific episode. Caleb, I come to you. What did you think of Guerrilla Warfare?
So yeah, Flash this week. I mean, like I said, I'm not a big fan of Grodd because I don't know what it is. I mean, I'm just not a fan of the guy. I mean, I'm not a hater, but I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan. So like when I heard it was a Grodd episode, I was like, give me more Harry, who was a big part of this episode, by the way, which was awesome. I don't know, guys. It was good. Like, it was good. I like some of the advancements. Yeah. there was a couple things that kind of bothered me. Again, continuity issues kind of bothered me in the show, and I mean, like Barry got his speed back, no problem. I mean, he was fine in the very next episode, so I guess all is well and good. The ending was the best part of the whole episode, which we will obviously get to. But yeah, overall, solid episode, not great, but overall, I was pleased.
Mm-hmm. All right. Paul, what did you think of this latest episode of The Flash?
Did my initial reaction not give it away?
You seem quite, pretty enthusiastic about it.
I think I love Grodd. He's like, Kayla, I know how much you love the speedsters. I mean, all right, I've had enough speedsters. Give me fucking more Grodd. This guy is unbelievable, and his voice is still menacing as ever. So, is it me, or does he not look as good as he did in Season 1? Like, he just looked more menacing in Season 1 than he did. Kind of a minor knock, but his voice more than makes up for it. He's got this amazing, intimidating voice. His powers are so cool. Barry was kind of whining a whole lot, which I did not like, kind of dragged the show down a little bit. But I agree with you about Harry in this episode. He was extremely well done. I really liked him in this one. The whole Barry-Patty thing took an interesting dynamic. Iris actually shows a spark of creativity, which I think gives her another step forward, though she takes another step back later on, but we'll talk about that in a moment. So overall, not pretty good. Amazing Grodd in it, but he definitely has some credence to but overall, a decent episode.
All right. It seems like, you guys enjoyed it, even though it wasn't outstanding, you guys pretty much, found it entertaining, there were some really interesting things that happened in this episode, especially one conversation, with with Joe and Iris, and they're dealing how they're talking about how Barry's trying to, recuperate from his brutal confrontation with Zoom, and he wonders, and Joe wonders to Iris what it would be like to have his own son, even though Barry is not his own son, I mean, Iris pretty much knows at this point, that he has one. I mean, it's like, I'm wondering, how long it might be until this might be revealed or revealed to him. I mean, what do you guys think, Kel? I'll start with you.
All right, hold on.
All right, I'm with Paul. This was a big ass step back for Iris. I mean, she needs to tell her dad, like, it needs to happen. Like, I mean, it needs to happen. Like, this is pretty bullshit. Like, when she thought that everyone knew about the Flash and she didn't. Well, bitch, you know a secret that hey dad, by the way, you have a son, and yeah, you love Barry as a son, but he's not really your son because he's, because Henry's his actual father, his real father. And he's like, if I had a son, blah blah. Well, motherfucker, you do. You didn't know. I mean, it makes me so angry. It's like, what the fuck? Like, just tell him. Like, I don't know why they're doing this to her character. It's making me angry. Like, Iris, you were doing so well. Don't revert. Don't go back to being shitty. You were okay. You were doing okay. Let's not go back to being shitty. That's not what we want. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure that you're with me, Paulie, on this. That she took a huge step back in that regard. So.
In that regard, I agree with you 100%. She took a huge step. I don't know what the hell the writers are doing with her. I mean, they were improving her little by little with each of the first few episodes, and then she takes this huge step backwards when she decides not to tell Joe about Wally, and which we all know that's the son. It's Wally West. And why are you not telling her, Joe, Iris? I mean, did you not forget how pissed off you were when you found out that not only was your best friend your brother in almost every sense of the word, the centralization he was here, and that he kept it from you, but your own father? Did you forget that pain? How much it pissed you off, and now you're doing that to your father? What the fuck, Iris? Oh my God, you are such a bitch for doing this. Why? Why do it?
I'm with you, man.
I'm not blaming Candace Patton. I'm blaming the writers because they're idiots. Come on, guys.
Yes, they're
This
definitely idiots.
is what frustrates me about these shows. I gotta be. This is the one biggest knock I have against these shows is that they are so inconsistent with writing their female characters. They write really good ones, then they write shitty ones, and when you think they're starting to improve them, they start to take steps backwards. Don't do it.
That's right.
Like,
I'm with you, man.
I mean,
Dude, I'm with you. I mean, I just don't understand. I don't. Why are they doing? I just don't understand. Like, this doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. I mean, I know you haven't. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, like, when Joe finds out about it, probably, I mean, he's gonna be fucking super pissed. Like, what the fuck? Like, why the fuck didn't you tell me? She'd be like, nothing. You have no words. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's so frustrating. I'm totally with you, dude.
I know you don't watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at all, Caleb, but I will give you one reason to. And I've said this before. This is where Marvel's shows have their edge over DC. There is no inconsistency with their female characters. They're all good.
Exactly. But how they're handling Iris at this point, kind of like taking her a few steps back, it's irritating. It's just like, I wasn't really holding much hope that they would do something with her character, but this is the case. It's like she's still hiding from them. She's still like she's keeping it in. This is like it's like. Is it ever going to come out? It's just like it's too much to deal with at this point. I'm just so angry. Oh my goodness. And also, there is some interesting scenes in the episode. Of course, Cisco went on his date with Kendra Saunders. She seems to be a pretty sweet and likable person. And of course, she will become Hawkgirl in the upcoming Legends of Tomorrow. And Cisco and her have some pretty great scenes together. I think the two actors have a chemistry together. I'm just really amped up for this point for Legends of Tomorrow. Especially the scene where he vibes her and you see the image of her as Hawkgirl. That was.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that you can't deny the excitement of that.
I mean, dude, like we're gonna see her as Hawkgirl, like with her wings in the crossover, dude. Like, that's what I'm pumped about, man. I'm super pumped about.
Wild,
definitely. So, what do you guys think of these scenes of these two together? Caleb, I'll start with you.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I gotta put my mic on. Hold on 1 sec.
I mean, it was cool, I guess. I mean, I think, like, Cisco's funny, and, like, it was kind of weird that he had to leave his date because he vibed her, as Hawkgirl. I mean, I didn't really understand the reason why he had to leave unless, did he get a phone call or something or anything, or was it just because he vibed on her?
He vibed on her, and he got freaked out.
That sounds so weird, he vibed on her. Anyway.
Where are you taking this?
But anyway, overall, I thought it was good. I mean, it's nice for Cisco to get somebody, even though she's going to be gone soon, because she'll be on Legends of Tomorrow. But, I mean, I definitely think it was interesting. It was really funny, and I just love Cisco's character. I mean, he's one of my favorite characters on the show. So, I mean, it was just nice to have him have a lady friend, and I thought it was really funny when he met her at Jitters, and he's like, yeah, I got chocolate. And she's like, well, I'm allergic to chocolate, and I think flowers are are really stupid and cheap. And I'm like, that was great. Like, that was a great line by the writers. That was perfect. So, but overall, I enjoyed it.
Okay. Paul, what do you think about these scenes?
I think they're quite cute together. I like Caleb. I like that. I think it's cool that Cisco finally has himself a lady friend, a quite attractive lady friend that he can be with. I enjoyed their scenes together, especially that scene at Jitters. It was quite cute, very funny, just solid writing all around. Great scene all around.
Oh yeah, okay, definitely. And then also, it was good to see this character, and we got to see this character again. Although I didn't expect to see him so soon. We saw Henry Allen in this episode. Barry's dad. John Wesley Shipp, is a good actor. He gets it all in this performance as Henry Allen. I really like to see he's with Grant Gustin. He's trying to. It was brave of Iris to call, despite my irritation with her in this episode. It was great of her to just call his dad, saying, "Yeah, I think he needs you. I think he just. I think he needs a little help, and I think you just try to." I've been thinking he just needs to, confide in you at this point. It's just like I said, I didn't expect to see Henry Allen so soon, but his presence was definitely welcome in this episode. Paul, what do you think of Henry Allen's return? In this episode.
Well, I mean, it seems to be like a small step forward and a giant step back for Iris, doesn't it? I mean, I agree with you. I think it was a good move on her part to, bring in Barry's father back. And I do enjoy seeing John Wesley Shipp in this show. I think he does a great job. He brings a lot to the team, brings a lot to Henry Allen. I think, and he just has this way of talking to Barry, and I really love their chemistry together. They honestly feel like a true father and son. It's just really amazing to watch those two work.
Right, definitely. Caleb, what do you think of Henry Allen's appearance in this episode?
I thought he was good. I mean, listen, I'm a huge John Wesley Shipp fan. I mean, you're not gonna get me to say, saying that I'm not a huge fan of his. But I mean, overall, I thought it was a good episode with him in it. And okay, so when I was watching it, and I'm watching him talking to Harry, Wells from Earth 2, I got the sense that Wells knew him very well. Maybe not him, but maybe his Earth 2 counterpart. And it's leading me to speculation. Now, okay, this is not a theory of mine. I was just getting this vibe. Pardon the pun. I was just getting this inkling, that
I know what you're gonna say,
and that he might be Zoom. Now, I'm not. Again, I have plenty of theories of who Zoom is, but I don't. I mean, I'm not saying he is, but I'm just saying I just got this weird feeling like he's looking at him and he knew who he is. He knew him. It was great to see him back. I mean, John Wesley Shipp is a great actor, and I always love seeing him on the show. And it just looks like he's gonna end like you, Chris. I didn't expect to see him for a while. Like I thought his ass was long gone, but it made sense because wasn't he a doctor?
Yeah.
So he looked at Barry and said, "Barry, you're fine. Like you're fine." And then that's what bothered me. Like when Barry looked at looked at Harry and Cisco and says, "I can't back you up. I can't help you." But then later on, all of a sudden Barry has his speed back and he could do something. So what the fuck? Like, wait, you couldn't help him before, but all of a sudden now you can do something about it? Like that really pissed me off. I was like, Barry, get over your shit, bro. Yeah, you got your ass whooped. Like, we get it. You're being a whiny little baby. Because you got your ass whooped. Well, you still have shit to do. So, but overall, it was great to see him.
All right. Like I said, I'm fully with you on that. Like I said, it's great to see more of John Wesley Shipp. I don't know if you can get enough of him. Definitely. All right, that will conclude our
one final thing I did want to add about the Flash, specifically Wally West. I saw an article that, while I didn't read it because I don't want to be spoiled too much, the title seems to indicate to me that Wally is going to appear in episode 9 of The Flash of this season. So the episode after the crossover, Wally West will show up then.
So in the mid-season finale.
Sounds like it, yeah.
Of course. Oh man, of course. Oh bruh. Oh man.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
So we're gonna have like a month or 2 months to contemplate. Oh, what's gonna happen?
It's gonna drive me crazy, bro. It's gonna drive me so crazy.
Absolutely, definitely. It's driving me crazy at this point. Jeez. All right.
Yes, it is for sure.
All right. Then moving on from the Flash to the Arrow. You know, this episode.
Wait. Hold on, Chris. Hold on. I mean,
I don't mean to cut you off, bro, but I kind of want to get you guys' thoughts and talk about the ending of the Flash. Where they sent Grodd and where I think they might be going. I mean, that might have just been a teaser, but I mean, that looked like Gorilla City.
Oh hell yeah, it is.
That looked like Gorilla City. So I mean, that just blows my mind. I mean, I even looked at Gretchen and said they're gonna bring him back. They're gonna do something with this.
Okay.
They have to. You can't give us Gorilla City and not and not be like, yeah, you're never gonna see this again. No, hell no. There's gonna be a revolt. There's gonna be a rise up, and Grodd's gonna take over. You just already know. So real quick, I just want to get you guys' thoughts. So, Polly, your thoughts on Gorilla City?
But it's Gorilla City. I mean, you have to figure at this point we'll see hints of it through the rest of the season, but this gives me hope. I am finally going to see Grodd as the big baddie of a season. Hopefully season 3. Grodd is here. Thank you, God. Yes, please. Make it happen. Give me Gorillas. Give me Grodd. Give me that helmet. Give me everything. I want to see Grodd whoop some ass. As much as you love your speeches, Caleb, I love my Grodd. Especially in live action version. This guy's awesome.
Hey, I understand, but I get you. Chris?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, it happened, it was great to see, I mean, it was great to see Flash take on Grodd. He is probably one of the best villains on the show, and sending him to the super advanced Gorilla City, that is interesting. Wonder if they go there. I mean, wonder there's like a future episode where they're gonna all go there someday. Maybe in this season. Maybe in the season, because you can't just you just can't with a villain like Grodd. He's too good to just be put on the sidelines. I want him to be featured in an appearance later in the season. There may be maybe Zoom even went there. Something like that. I'm not even sure. It's just like about where I'm going with it, But yeah, I mean, it's like that was like just super awesome, to see that. I mean, I'm entirely familiar with Gorilla City, but yeah. I mean, I definitely think we're going to see it later in the future, though, But I really definitely am out to see it. I'm hoping we can get to see more Grodd later in the season. Maybe as an antagonist for a whole season of Flash.
Yes.
Most certainly, definitely. Right, definitely up for some more Grodd.
Grodd. Not God. Grodd.
Oh my goodness. All right. Moving on from Flash to the Arrow. This episode of Arrow is called Brotherhood, and it involves T. Arrow going off to rescue, finding out that Diddle's brother is alive, quite surprisingly. And this results in Team Arrow going out to rescue, and Andy, who is Diddle's brother, who's under Dark's influence, and of course there are some really uninteresting parts of that episode, Thea continuing to deal with her bloodlust, if you will, you know. And then there's some interesting things going on with that, even in the counter with her and Damien Dark, which we will go into. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good episode. Not a great one, but you know, it has some decent points about it. You know, David Ramsey. I mean, he gave a really wonderful performance in this episode. You know, some of his emotional scenes are just just extremely well done. You know, and the Adam scenes. It's great to see Brandon Routh as Ray Palmer, aka the Atom. You know, especially like one scene at the end where he's kicking all sorts of ass. You know, the flashbacks were pretty good, and you know, and of course, you know, it's great, you know, to see Albert's progression and you know, trying to run for mayor of the city. You know, I mean, I enjoyed this episode very much, a whole lot. Paul, I'll go with you. I mean, what do you think of this week's episode of Arrow?
Not a great episode by any stretch. With some very strong moments in terms of both character and action. I mean, there were some really strong character moments in this show, particularly between Oliver Diggle, Oliver and Damien. It had a kick-ass fight scene near the end between Thea and Diggs' brother. I mean, that fight scene between them was just amazing, done so well. Great camera work, amazing choreography, just everything about it was. Laurel with the canary cry using it again. It's like, oh, that's when she's at her best using that thing. I love when she uses it. Yeah, decent episode all around with some very, very solid moments, including a couple moments that have seemed to lend credence to a couple of my guesses of who's in the grave. Like it seems to lend credence to a couple of names I think might be in the grave, but we'll get to that in a moment.
All right, okay. All right, seems pretty great. Caleb, what do you think of this week's episode of Arrow? Caleb?
You gotta unmute the mic.
Okay.
Sorry. It was alright. I mean, I was getting hyped for it, you know, like Diggle's brother. I was like, oh shit, like his brother. And it was alright. I mean, you know, it was good, I guess, but okay. So the one thing that just bothered the hell out of me. Okay, so when they did that, when they first find out, you know, that his brother's alive, right? So when Diggle knocks out that ghost agent, Folly, why the fuck does he go to unmask him? When have they ever done that? Like, when have they ever unmasked a ghost? Just because? I mean, literally, there was no reason. There was no reason to do that.
I think I have a reason.
Okay.
It was to try to, you know how in the first couple episodes we learned that before Oliver came back, when the team would try to interrogate the ghost, they would pull out a cyanide pill from one of their fake teeth and crush it to kill themselves before they could interrogate him.
Mm-hmm.
My guess is John was going to try to interrogate this guy, and so he removed his mask and wanted to get inside his mouth to rip out that cyanide pill before he could kill himself, so they could interrogate him.
Well, I mean, I don't think that was the case whatsoever. I just think that they needed an excuse for Diggle to see this, you know, that his brother was alive. I mean, I just thought it was really, really sloppy writing. But anyway, that just really bugged me. But anyway, overall the episode, I mean, it was okay. Wasn't a great episode of Arrow. But the fight scene at the end was great. It was interesting to find out about Damien Dark and his yellow pills, you know, like red pill, blue pill, yellow pill, I guess. But overall, it was okay.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, a solid entry in this whole thing, but you know, definitely not really outstanding. You know, and of course, when Diggle and in the previous episode where Diggle and Blanche retrieved a file all about Andy, he's like he's not what he expected him to be. I mean, Andy has been doing some very nefarious things. He wasn't he didn't live up to what John hoped he would be. I mean, he's been involved with some very like I said, he's been involved in some not so noble activities, and David Ramsey's I think played the hell out of these scenes. The emotional scenes were just I mean, you just believe in just believe you just how he exposed his vulnerable side was really well done, and he's just taken to the core. Everything he's just like everything. I mean, it's just like how he's dealing, and he's having a hard time dealing with these whole things, and especially the scene in the end with his brother. It's like it's questioning him of the truth of his of what he's done. It's just like that's some of the best acting I've seen on this show. Definitely. Paul, what do you think about these scenes? The scenes, with Diggle and the revelation of Andy's dark deeds.
To be perfectly honest, I kind of thought Diggle was acting like a bit of a douche. The fact that he granted the files he did get, as convincing as it was, how can he know it's true unless he's actually seen it, unless he gets confirmation from his brother? Until he actually gets that, he has no reason to think that the guy I know is dead and we shouldn't be helping him. It's like, Diggle, listen, look, this may be true, but it may not be true. I mean, why don't we capture him? Let's hear from him first before you decide the brother that you thought you knew is dead. So, yeah, honestly, I thought that was a bit of a... I thought Diggle was being a bit of a douche for the first episode, and I really liked what Oliver said, the truth, the explanation he gave was I don't need you to believe he's good. I don't need you to believe he's good for yourself. I need you to believe he's good for me. I need to hold out hope that there's light at the end of this darkness. That was such a great scene from Stephen Amell. I give him huge props for that. See, I didn't really like the way Diggle handled it most of the time. Of course, as we all know, anyone who saw it, turns out Diggle was right to feel this way. That turns out his brother's kind of an asshole.
Pretty much.
But I was not a big fan of it.
Okay, let me hop in here for a second. Okay, first thing, I would say, well, we don't know if that's, okay, that's obviously his brother, but he could be under the influence of the yellow pill. You know what I'm saying? He could be under that influence. We don't know. Maybe Dark captured him, and he forced it in his throat. It's going to unfold throughout the season. This, and for the first time in Arrow history, is a Diggle central season.
Mm-hmm.
How is this not? How is this not all right, you know what? Maybe it's shared, but it's definitely 50-50 between Oliver and Diggle.
I agree.
Easily. So that's why, this is a Diggle-ish season. So anyway, his brother could be under that influence, and I understand, all these things, but you read it out of a file, Diggle. So you're telling me that you're going to believe a file over your own brother, your flesh and blood, And I have to admit, God, John Ramsey, David Ramsey, he's such a good actor. Oh my God, he was so good in this episode. He was so good. He's probably my favorite character other than Stephen Amell on the show. Other than Oliver, my favorite character. My God, the scene when he broke down, talking and crying was it broke my heart. I was damn, David, I feel you, bro. Whoa, his brother was his hero, and he's when I had to tell my nephew that he's never gonna see his daddy again. Oh man, that killed me, man. Literally, that killed me. So, I mean, I hope his brother's not dirty. Like actually dirty.
Yeah.
I really don't. But I definitely think 100% it's Diggle in that grave. You guys, they wouldn't go through all this if it wasn't Diggle. Why are they going to build all this up? Build this up to all. I mean, all of us already love Diggle, but I'm saying, like, put all this attention on him. If we weren't going to do something with him, if they weren't going to have a huge payoff at the end where he's gone, like, wouldn't it be crazy if a Diggle died and like his brother took his place on the team? I'm not saying I'm just saying.
I don't know. He's taking the place of his
I'm just saying. Listen, I'm just saying though. But anyway, so yeah.
I mean, you're right about that, Kel. Like, it seems that whole episode seems to lend a little more credence that it is Diggle in that grave. But there's another scene that happened like at the near the end, which led me to which seems to indicate that it could be someone else in that grave. But I'll get to that in a little bit.
To me, it's either Diggle or Lance, definitely. Since I think something may go down, that leads to one of them, in that grave. It does point to Diggle at this point because all the drama, all the things about him and his brother, and him, is pretty Diggle-centric kind of, I guess, the season. But yeah, this episode seems to be a great indicator of that. Yeah, I mean, it may be taking. He may, I know, I don't think it'll be easy for Diggle to just turn around so easily because the good guy he believed his brother to be. That was only just like what comes to light is that he wasn't what he expected him to be, but Diggle's brother is not what he expected him to be. It's just, I think Diggle may not be so easy to convince, about he may not be he may not even want to look at that file. He definitely would not give his brother the benefit of the doubt, I guess. That's my guess on all that whole thing. Another thing I wanted to talk about tonight's episode is Damien Darhk's encounter with Thea. There was a moment in the episode with Thea where he was very near close to killing her, but something happened. When he touched her, Darhk. We find out that Damien Darhk isn't. He's not. I mean, he's infallible. Which leads me to believe: does Darhk's power come from the same source as the Pit? I mean, it probably does. It seems like he has captured a lot of souls. It may explain Thea's replenishment for her bloodlust. I mean. It may also explain why the League and Hive are in competition with each other. I mean, I still think the League. I mean, we're not done with the League at this point, and and I think what I'm speculating is totally based on why I think at this point. Things that the League may come into the fourth challenge of the season. I may be completely wrong about that, but we find out in this episode, Damien Darhk does have a weakness. I want to get you guys' thoughts on that. Caleb, I'll start with you.
I thought it was interesting because I didn't really know what to think about it. Like, I was like, okay, is it like a weakness for him? Is he hurting? I mean, he's like, oh, this usually works. So maybe Gathi is the key to beating him, because she's immune to his powers or whatever. I mean, we still don't know much. I mean, we really don't know what's going on with him and, like what's going on with his powers. I mean, we really don't know much, So, I thought it was interesting 'cause I honestly really didn't know what to make of it, honestly. So hopefully, Malcolm has some answers for us.
Definitely. Yeah, because pretty Thea and pretty pretty yeah, Thea and Malcolm are pretty much opposite sides of the fence at this point. But it would be great to get his view of things. Paul, what do you think about this whole thing?
Yeah, that was it's definitely an interesting concept because, as Caleb pointed out, we really don't know, that much about Damien Dark's powers. We don't really know, where he got them, how they exactly work. That scene seemed to indicate to me that wherever Damien Dark got his powers, or however they work, it seems to be like an opposite of how the powers of the Lazarus Pit seem to work, which might explain why Thea will seem to be immune to it, or why her power or bloodlust seemed to get suppressed momentarily. Obviously, it was great to see John Barrowman back as Malcolm Merlyn. The guy's amazing. He's an amazing actor that I really like. And but that scene at the end, this scene at the end, this is what I wanted to bring up. When Thea actually does call Malcolm over to the house and brings up that scene and says, "I want you to show me how to make that permanent." I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but as Caleb said, Thea may hold the key to beating her, but I don't know. Maybe, like I said, maybe it's just me, but I get the feeling it's going to mean her sacrificing herself in order to beat Dark, which leads me to believe that, maybe it's Diggle, maybe it's Lance, but I still think it might be Thea in the grave, and that scene may seem to indicate it a little bit. Because she still has this problem of her bloodlust, and she can't kill him in order to make it go away. I don't know. I still, like I said, Diggle and Lance are, like you guys are the most likely candidates in that grave, but I can't shake the feeling that Thea could be in there as well, and that scene seemed to indicate it to me. Or at least lend credence to the theory that Thea could be in the grave.
Yeah. I could see it. I could definitely see it, for sure.
Definitely. I mean, I think you may be going with something there. I mean, there seems to be no way how Thea can control this whole thing. I mean, Sarah is in the same predicament as well. And this may be crazy as it sounds like. Maybe it's Sarah in the grave again. I mean, or maybe barking up the wrong tree. I'm just maybe
It's definitely not Sarah.
No, it's not Sarah. Because, I mean, if Legends of Tomorrow was going to go on, they can't kill her off just yet.
Right, of course.
And they just brought her back. I mean, why are we going to kill her off just to bring her back,
Yeah.
Exactly.
But, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But around December 1st, these two shows are going to be crossing over. Can't wait for that. We're going to have these character Saunders is going to be revealed as Hawkgirl.
You might see Hawkman too.
Yeah. We're going to see Hawkman, of course, and we're going to definitely. And Jade will be coming back. Yes, and the first of these crossovers, of course, we're going to start with the Flash in the episode called Yesterday, The Legends of Today, and Vandal Savage will be the antagonist of this episode.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What sucks about it is we gotta wait 2 weeks for it.
I was like 2 weeks for it, which is it's gonna be a killer to say the least. It's definitely.
So no recap show next week, unfortunately, everybody.
No recap show, no.
A brilliant tactician with immense technological powers. It's like, oh my goodness! It's like, woo! This is gonna be pretty exciting to say the least.
I think it'll be worth the wait.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. And also, the second crossover episode is going to be it's going to be an Arrow episode called Legends of Yesterday. Definitely. It's just like, woo! And this is Vandal Savage.
Hey, before we close out, I do have one final Flash-related question. I'm sorry I didn't bring up earlier. Do you think Patty will find out Barry is the Flash?
I've been thinking the same damn thing.
I want those two to stay together because I love their chemistry together. So, I mean, Barry, you got to tell her the truth, man. You know what I would love to see, and I'll be straight with you. I would love to see this. I would like to see Barry, like, before he sign a maturity on him, go to the team first and ask him, hey, listen, I really like this girl. I trust her. I think you can trust her with my secret, but this isn't just my fight. I'm not the only hero. You are my team. I trust you guys, so do you guys think we should let her in on this team? I would love to see somebody no in on it. That would lend so much.
Oh my goodness, definitely.
Not to mention, it would create some really good scenes between her and Iris.
Yeah, it kind of frustrates me at this point that he hasn't told her. I mean, and yes, it's like those two are just great together. It's like I think people have already know. Too many people already know his secret at this point. But Patty's just like I mean, you gotta at least reveal that to her. I mean, it's just like. It could go on. They can drag this out as long as they're going to probably drag this thing out as long as they can. It's kind of infuriating, really.
Yeah, it's really infuriating.
Somehow, and he's going to have to tell her sooner or later. You just can't.
Better to do it now before she finds out, because I promise you, she will find out. She's that good.
Oh yeah, she'll definitely find out, bro, for sure.
Definitely, but yeah, Vandal Savage on Legends of Tomorrow. Even more badass than Damien Dark. I mean, this dude is like...
He definitely looks the part.
Definitely. Just like, this is like the first time that, a character is going to be in a live-action incarnation. He's probably going to be the main antagonist on Legends of Tomorrow. Yeah, definitely.
I can't wait for.
So what do you guys think of his role of this? This is going to be major. It's just like, definitely...
I mean, if he's anything like he is in the DC animated universe, I'm gonna be thrilled. Because he was so well done in like Justice League and he was just great. I loved him as a villain.
Oh, definitely.
That's part of part 1 of Justice League. Great finale.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty excited. I mean, I can't wait for Legend Tomorrow. Even though it's gonna go on break, and it won't be back till I think February. I know that Legends of Tomorrow is coming in January, so that's definitely exciting. I mean, I thought it was really cheesy. What was it? Not this episode, the last episode. Sarah. Oh, I gotta take some time, and I had to find myself. Okay, and then Brandon wrote this episode. I gotta take some time, and I had to find myself. Okay,
you gotta find White Canary.
Exactly. We'll see you guys on Legends of Tomorrow. I kind of thought that was a little cheesy, but whatever,
Maybe. But yeah, Vandal Savage is like, if you think Damien Dark, Deathstroke, Reverse Flash, and Zoom were all, just like terrifying, the nefarious evildoers, Vandal Savage is nothing compared to those guys. It's like, this guy is like, he said to be the best strategist in the DC universe. I mean,
he has to be, considering he's 80,000 years old.
Exactly.
Right. Considering he's been around for so long.
Definitely.
But yeah, no, I'm definitely excited, man. I mean, and I'm pretty sure that you guys are excited. I'm just ready for it, man. I'm just ready. Like, let's get it going. Like, I don't want to wait, man. It sucks we have to wait. I mean, honestly, obviously everyone knows. Obviously, we'll have our recap show on the crossover and the mid-season finale, and we'll also give a second half preview. So everyone look forward to that. But overall, I mean, so far, both seasons are doing better. Arrow's doing a lot better than last year, I think. Arrow was on life support at this point last year, and now it's doing good. So.
Absolutely. Like I said, the Hearst shows will be coming back in almost 2 weeks. It's like, oh my goodness. The wait. This is gonna be tough. Actually, yeah, definitely. Oh my goodness. Legends of today. Yeah, Legends of yesterday. Oh, can't wait for that. All right, guys, that will conclude our Flash Hour recap show. I mean, like I said, as we stated before, Flash Hour will not be airing next week. It will be airing on December the 1st for a 2-episode crossover. And episode, Flash's episode, as I said, is titled Legends of Today, and Arrow's episode is titled Legends of Yesterday. And so, like I said, once those episodes air, we will have the recap show back. I mean, after those 2 episodes air, I mean, definitely. Oh my goodness, it's great. Legends of this, yeah. Oh my goodness, I'm so stoked. Oh my goodness, sorry. Like I said, it's been great talking about these. We hope you all enjoyed this episode of the Flash Arrow recap show, Caleb. It's like I said, it's great doing these things with you, man. It's a great pleasure.
Always a pleasure, fellas. I love doing these.
Oh, definitely. Paul, like I said, I love doing this thing with you, Caleb. Talking about these things. You know?
Oh, I love talking about these shows with you guys. I mean, I've said it so many times. As far as I'm concerned, Flash and Arrow are the 2 best shows on television right now. I love talking about it with anybody, but I especially love talking about it with you guys on this recap show. It's a lot of fun.
Absolutely, definitely. And next week, make sure to check. Make sure you check out our other content on this channel on our Nerds United 1.5 channel, of course. And next week on the main show, we will conclude our Saga Anthology month with the Star Wars.
Real quick, Chris. Sorry to interrupt you. Gretchen wanted me to add something for her. She really liked how Thea beat the shit out of that guy because he was being a creeper and he was a nasty pedophile motherfucker. And she was glad to watch him whoop his ass.
That was definitely cool to see.
For all the girls out there.
Your fiance has good taste, Caleb.
Yeah. She liked it when she punched him in the face. So.
Yeah, like I said, guys, next week on our next episode, which will conclude Saga Anthology month, we'll talk about the Star Wars saga. Oh my god, can't wait for that. Make sure you tune into that episode, which will be on the 24th of this month at 7 p.m. Make sure to check out that. Thank you so much for joining us, fellow nerds around the world, for this episode of the Flash Arrow Recap Show. Until next time, we will see you later.
Peace.